The cloud of dust from afar signifies the arrival of yet another bunch of refugees fleeing the biting hunger in Somalia, Kenya perhaps offering their only hope for survival. They have been arriving in droves each day. But their arrival at the Daadab refugee camp does not offer immediate reprieve. They have to go through time-consuming, detailed screening, which may at times go on for days given their high numbers. But with the hope of a meal, sitting under the scorching sun is hardly an issue. However, for those on the brink of death, every passing second is a nightmare. Ade Saman's family helplessly watch over her. Overwhelmed by hunger, her immune system has weakened. They're not sure anymore what ails her. With their cooking pans still empty, they have to sit and wait. The little wheat flour given to them along the way is useless. They don't know what to do with it. It is becoming apparent with every passing second that things are not as rosy as they had hoped once they reached safety of the camp, with Kenya also experiencing similar conditions. Statistics showing that in Wajir County alone, over 25,000 head of cattle have succumbed, the remaining sheep and goats attracting wild animals which are also succumbing to the dry conditions. Shukri Mohammed rushing to show me the few remaining goats out of 80 she had. Wild dogs and hyenas having raided her boma a few nights back. In village after village, cries of hungry children rent the otherwise quiet surroundings. The sound of a vehicle passing by seemingly awakening entire homesteads in anticipation of relief food. What with Kenyans having heard their cry, they await news on when relief will reach this part of the country. It is especially hard for this community that is largely Muslim to continue fasting during the holy month of Ramadan. By evening, they have very little to break their fast with. And as one traverses the county, it is evident just how complex it is to transport food to the drought-stricken areas. The roads remain impassable.
Safari mrefu ambaya sana. Tena barabara imeharibika, corrugation, gari hata nyewe imeharibika, imefunjika sana.
Lazima inachelewa, lazima. Si hata sisi tumechelewa, tumechukua 3 days from Nairobi to Wajir. Sasa unafikiriaje ni gari ambayo inabeba msaada? So kama barabara ingekuwa mzuri, ingechukua 1 day or 2 days.
There are many ironies even with the dry spell casting dark shadows in northeastern. The many resources that abound remain unexploited. River Tana passes right through Garissa town, yet very little farming goes on here.
Maybe the government spends hundreds of millions monthly in my constituency on relief food. During the rainy season, why don't you use part of that allocation for irrigation, for water harvesting? Because even when we have the torrential rains, the bulk of the water is wasted.
The vagaries of weather, where for kilometers on end there's not even a thread of grass. And while many people are still waiting for aid from Nairobi, the fact remains that this needs to shift from that to finding more practicable and long-lasting solutions. Else, next year at a time like now, we'll still be doing similar stories, only of a different people dying of hunger. Esther Kahumbi, KTN in Wajir.